a while.
No. We're looking at it's all right. It's all right. Part two. That's okay. I'm almost done. So again, for the municipal election, I love these. I love the face language. You guys are a good team. You don't have to talk, but I follow it little by little the hand language. But that's okay.
It was you I was signaling.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. Okay, so I was looking at it, no problem. But the right quick, tax relief, I think that's where it started. The tax relief for the Irving headquarters by King Square. Is it King Square?
Yeah.
So that's no favoritism because you're premier, you used to work for...
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Say it again there, please.
Absolutely not.
No, say it why.
What?
What you just said earlier, maybe we didn't take it.
Okay.
The reason.
Okay, in relation to how buildings or investments are made. So is with any industry or with any building or any homemaker, if they put money into their home, into their business, the assessment that's done is that there's a process to follow that assessment. It's not necessarily just because you put so much money into it. It's what is the value of that property when you're done. And how you can say I put money in my house and the assessment went up. But if you put $100,000 into your house, did your assessment go up $100,000 or did it go up $50,000? Because it's based on the market around you. Now, if the same thing applies, is if you don't put any money into it, but the market's going up around you, your assessment goes up too.
So there's no favoritism because your premier used to work for them?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay, so their justice system. You have a camera, an inmate, breach of probation, he's in the jail cell in St. John, they put a camera in his face, and his friend and family, now you can't go and see in the courts because the corona. Is that a new system? We're going to stop bringing prisoners in court to see them in person?
So I don't know if it was something that'll be adopted long term, but I think it's something that's necessary now because of we're trying to limit people's exposure to one another. So it is a process right now that makes sense and works, and maybe it'll turn into a long term. Because many things we're doing, we're finding, wow, this works quite well. Why don't we change what we've been doing for all these years? And we know the court system has been one that pretty hard to change over the years, but we'll let the judges and lawyers and the Attorney General's office go through that and decide.
All former politicians maybe one day we could sit down and talk. Okay, 2 individuals were shot dead, Edmiston, Red Bank, and you said, and I agree with you 100%, I don't know why they got mad at you. They said that how come they don't shoot in the legs and why the top? My question is this: Are they training them more to be bilingual and less on training that really, when the crisis arrives, something like that? Well, you know what I mean? But like I said, the same thing. Why didn't they shoot by the leg? Why,
So when I was asked that question, or someone mentioned to me about that, I asked the police force about that as well. And of course, we don't know the circumstances they're in at the time that they actually draw a gun. But when they draw a gun, it's getting serious.
Yeah.
And so they draw the gun to prevent any further aggression, to ensure that the whatever the situation, it gets ended. So drawing a gun is the last resort, and they all emphasize it's the last resort. But it's not a case where, and they're trained to do what they do when they draw the gun. But the point is, they don't draw the gun until they actually feel threatened. Now, what I'm trying to do here, Charles, is say, these events were tragic. They occurred off reservation, but regardless of where they occur, they're tragic. Yeah. Now, there's 20 in the last 24 years. There have been about 5 national inquiries. The provincial inquiry was part of one of them as well. There's there's just under 800 recommendations, 797.
Recommendation. Don't you love that word?
Well,
recommendation.
But there's my
you
point.
Don't have to follow it.
So I asked the question: how many of those recommendations have been completed? I can't really get a straight answer, but I've been told less than 15%. So
that much?
Well, yeah, I might say that too. So my position has been, well, look. We're doing the special investigations being done on these incidents. So that's happening through the Quebec authorities. Yeah. So we get that done. And then in the meantime, let's look at all these recommendations that were put in place, and let's figure out how many of them maybe apply that we can actually make something happen. We can actually do something. Another inquiry is just another 2, 3, 4 years of talk.
It's scary. You're making sense. I'm telling you, you're What? We came a long way, very long way. Like, I don't think so.
I remember when we first met, but we don't need to do that. We've done that before.
We're not going to talk about that. No.
Yeah, we've got a
why do we have Moody Québécois investigating this episode? How come we can't have our own civilian body to investigate something like this?
Well, so we're looking at that. There was a report done. Normally, we've had the authorities out of Nova Scotia.
Yeah,
but
they're a little bit busy. What's happening?
That's
sad. That's
is.
You know what? I'm gonna butt in my ADHD, or I'll blame it on my extra large coffee because it was a free coffee. I was cleaning the ditch outside in Miramichi, and I was thinking. I was cleaning, just it was dirty, filthy. They don't clean the ditch like they used to, like the old days. But I was cleaning, I was thinking, somebody could just drive by and shoot me. That's pretty scary. We live in a world.
Well, it is scary, and let's hope that our conditions in New Brunswick, we've always taken pride in the fact that you feel safe when you're out in your yard.
Yeah.
And we don't want to lose sight of that.
Yeah.
So the idea of us
take a picture, Nicole.
That we're able to maintain law and order and safety for our citizens is paramount.
Yeah.
So
back to the body. Go ahead.
So for me, having an independent body that's set up in New Brunswick, well, is that more independent than a body? Let's say that would be an Atlantic Canada Authority. So we just work with Nova Scotia and develop a more expertise that we share between our respective provinces. I think that makes more sense. But their public safety are looking into that. But we create independent bodies, independent commissions, boards, authorities. I think we've got, how many do we have? I'm not sure of the number, but I think about over 800 people in different boards and commissions. And you kind of think, well, is that the answer, or is it having the right resource when you need it?
What's the answer, Mike?
I like to work more closely with our provinces and develop an authority that is truly independent, capable with all aspects of what we might run into, and that are available to us when we need it.
Cabinet shuffle. Is that going to happen?
This will have to be the last one.
We're almost done. Cabinet shuffle. Is it going to happen?
Well, I suppose anything's possible, but it isn't something that's high on my radar right now. But it's I don't rule out anything.
Okay. Yeah. Concern about the drug issue?
Yes, absolutely, very much so. Crystal meth is, I'm getting that from all corners. Certainly, did it play any role in these events in the north? But I'm getting it from the police. It's a cheap drug. It turns people into really being aggressive, and we've got to find some solutions here. This is a problem.
You have the credit to be on the Jeff and Judy and Jack show. Did you watch that?
I didn't watch it.
No, don't blame me. One more thing. One person asked me on my way in and said, "Can you ask him?" There we go. See, there's your bodyguard right here. Is it Savoy or Savoy? It depends where he is.
He's right here.
Charles, I have to do this because this is too weird. So tell me what it's like to have a one-on-one with the premier of the province.
I get that all the time. Huh? Take a picture and send it to me. One guy asked me on my way here.
Help myself.
Black Lives Matter. Do you have an opinion on that? The black guy asked me.
Well, of course they matter.
Go ahead. He's going to watch this.
Well, all right. Of course they matter. I mean, this has been an unprecedented movement that obviously started in the U.S. But I think what it tells us is that, the status quo in so many things is not acceptable. And so what's the real reason? And I think we can't jump to conclusions with any situation. I think that we have to find out, how did we get to the point where we're all, facing some challenges that never existed before. So, when we go, I think it's unfair to, go attack the police force. I think that's unfair. But we also need to figure out how are we in the situation and what can we do differently to prevent it. So this movement is unprecedented. People are demanding answers, and we've got to deliver. No, can't do that.
You're making sense more and more. Scary. Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Okay,
and hey, that was good. I'll see.
Thank you, and I sent you the pictures already.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much.
All right, have a good day.
I have to write when you leave. I gotta say something here.
Oh, is that it? I'm going to record this part.
Don't worry, I'll send you a link.
All right,
here we go.
Take care.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
All right, Charles, take care.
Here we go. Here we go.
We're just talking about him.
Yeah, come on here a minute.
No.
Come on here a minute. Come on here a minute.
No.
Come here for a minute. Don't let me chase you. Come on here a minute. Sit down here a minute. Hey, come on here a minute. Do it the easy way or the hard way. Come on here. Come on here. Come on here. Come on here, Judy. I was asking you about the Judy show, the Jeff and Jack and Judy show.
It's all about me.
Oh, shit. Anyway. All good. So everybody's here. Then it's good, everybody. It turned out good. See, look. You see, there we go again. You're doing a good job. See? You see, Blaine, you're being praised again. Hey, come on here a minute. Come on here a minute. No, but seriously, there I was going to finish it alone and you show up. Come on here. Come on here. Sit down, sit down, sit down.
I don't have a lot of time.
Sit
I'm
down,
working
sit down,
now.
sit down,
This
sit
is all
down.
money
no,
now.
No, I want to
This
see
is-
on camera. Come on, sit down. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
But you're right.
Should I put my...
It's
It's not good around your neck.
Look, I got
It doesn't really work around your neck.
Like
Apparently it needs to be...
like this. Listen, but that's what we're talking about before he was here, and it really, really bothered me. Oh, by the way, this is Judy
talking
Carr,
about what?
one of the first guys that I interviewed that was all pissed off. And then,
Where's my sunglasses? I had the same ones.
Yeah, that was funny. But it pissed me off. I had to do this, what you just did. I had to praise the Premier.
Yeah, well, he's doing a good job. I said to him, I don't know if you heard me, I said,
I hear you.
can be a critic, but you've done a good job, and you're the leader we need in New Brunswick. And I say that sincerely. And it's the steady leadership we need. And like you said, well, you know, you're surprised. But, you know, in times of crisis...
Oh, heroes emerge.
No, but yeah, people step up when they need to be. And then you see the leaders that emerge and the leaders we need. And
oh, yeah, no, there's no question. He came a long way. Huh?
Yeah.
He came a long way from being reserved. Like as finance minister, he wouldn't even talk to me. He was, hey, Blaine, can I have an interview? I don't think so. Bill Oliver was his little executive assistant. Look, I'm feeling like the Jeff and Judy and Jack show. Start to, oh, remember that story? Remember this? So, you guys, what the hell is that anyway?
Yeah, Charles, I know we're in competition. We don't mean to be in competition with the blogger, the famous blogger. In fact, we got to try to get you on, Charles.
I couldn't believe when I saw.
Didn't you? You must not have been that surprised. A
Andrea.
show about us, for us, about us, talking about us, all about us. You know?
It was, and then I took the time and watched for Andrea Mason.
Yes, Anderson Mason.
Oh my God.